because you were obviously in different closed off area, which wasn't as contaminated. But yeah, you hear some faint voices, not going at you, but with passing seconds they sound as they come closer and they might pass you, but they are not going away.
I'm gonna look around for a place to hide, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to whisper to Martha to be quiet.
Okay, give me a stealth check to see how well you stealth yourself and her, I guess.
Yay! I'm gonna take a 12.
Okay, so you can use that one more time. Oh, wait, is it one more time or two more times? I need to double check because... Wait, rank 0 counts as 1, and yeah, so if you have rank 1 then you can use that heroic skill 2 times. Okay, so for a second you're like your brain short circuits, like place to hide, and then you like thankfully calm yourself and find it, and you see what at first glance look like scavengers, but yeah, something about them doesn't really fit the scavenger thingy. They are pretty well armed, as in one of them has... Wait, do they have... Well armed as in they have TL3 weapons, they have like combat rifles. And some like woven body armor, like clothes on top of it. And they don't look spooked. They look like they are looking for something and both looking out for danger. And like the faint sounds, like now that they come closer, you can hear them just barely. Although sometimes better, because apparently the topic of discussion is pretty heated, so sometimes they don't control their voice. And no names go off, but they like talk. So yeah, what about that checkpoint? Like, do you have... yeah, basically they are talking about military stuff. You could try to get some sort of like logic thing, but what would that be? Obviously from that distance and how they are clothed, you don't really see any like insignias or tattoos. You could potentially roll culture criminal to see if you can recognize them.
8.
Okay, you are pretty damn sure there are no gangs operating in contaminated area. So the closest hit that you get, you think the possible option is that they are members of Black Hand Cell.
Fun. I killed the last bitch, right? From the mine?
From the flashback when you got your stuff? No, I'm pretty sure you left those
No,
two guys.
from the mine.
From the mine.
Like, didn't I like blow her head off or something?
Yeah, you had that guys from...
Okay.
Yeah, you killed them all, I think. Those whom you didn't kill, killed probably like military whom turned out to be... who would also turn out to be enemy to you and Spencer.
Just making sure so they wouldn't like recognize me or anything if I were to pop out and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, they don't have really ways to recognize you. You killed everyone from mines, died. So basically, are you allowing them to pass, or will you try to ambush them?
I am perfectly fine with allowing them to pass, but I'm going to be listening in for information on like other patrols and whatnot. Because you said they're having a heated discussion about something.
Yeah. Basically, uh, from the discussion, you realize, like, the logical conclusion comes that A, they are the only ones in their cell. B, they have no fucking clue what to do next. C, you don't see any mutations and whatnot, but one of them mentions that we better get out of this fucking place quickly, because I'm not feeling too well, and always like the other like snaps like stop being fucking pussy.
Mm-hmm.
So they lose like and then like they stop for a moment like near a position and they like.
Are they wearing vac suits?
Not really, because
Okay.
I mentioned they like you cannot really wear a vac suit over woven body armor.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear like sin skin, and on top of not sin skin. I played too much Warhammer. You can wear a vac skin, and on top of that normal armor. But that's like TL 4 or 5 stuff that they might not get.
I was just making sure.
And at some point, like they realize that, oh, for fuck's sake, don't you have any like ways of escape? And then like, you know what? You can try whatever you want, but if you are going to die either way, those fuckers like better pay, so we can drop a surprise at the checkpoint. And then like, surprise, you fucking twat, like, do we have any explosives at all? And then he like, the guy who's like probably the most aggressive, we can scavenge, we'll live for that long. Our brothers and now the name doesn't count, like, our brothers and sisters would be deeply disgusted with us if we just lay down and died without doing nothing. And then the one who is like sick, like, we can do something like he tries to placate with him and like not really snap. And then basically after some like increasingly like heated discussion, the like field leader or just the guy who decided that he rules this cell just snaps and does the Inquisitor. So basically he quickly raises up his weapon and puts a bullet through that sick guy's head.
Alright then.
And the other one is like, from when disgruntled, well, okay, you're the boss. If we are lucky, maybe we'll get out of this alive. And they like start going offwards. So after like a minute or two, they will be gone behind some debris, and their voices will carry off.
Alright.
Honestly, when their shot came, like the Martha, like she put her hand so she stifled her like scream, and then she like what the hell? Because obviously she's not looking at the situation, so she doesn't exactly know what's going on. She only knows that you hide. What's going on?
Terrorist infighting?
What terrorists? I mean, Black Hand guys?
Most likely.
Fuck, I didn't thought they would be here.
Well, they are, so now we have to be more careful. No useless talking.
Okay. But I don't like situations like this, like these.
I've dealt with them before. If we're careful, we'll be fine.
Okay, I trust you, Mr. Jameson. Rather my company pays you nice amount of credits to ensure that this expedition goes smoothly.
Well, at this point, we can either turn around and keep what we've gotten, or if we continue on, then there's the chance that I might die too. So, there's one, hazard pay, of course, and two, I will make sure that we will both live, because it's really up to you, though.
If they do not come back, or if we do not meet more of them, we can continue. But if there are more of them around, then yeah, we should probably go.
We might not meet those, well, no, two again so soon, but there are most likely more of them.
Well, we'll see. You managed to get us into hiding pretty well this time.
Alright, so let's continue.
Okay, basically, next one, you arrive at the place. Basically, you cannot access this place from the ground level because there is so much debris and other stuff, and all of the ground level entrances are like not accessible. So basically, you have to go through the roof. So like, look on the outside walls, there are like really no windows, and the building, yeah, sure, it's damaged, but it looks less damaged than the others. It looked like it took a heavy blow, but it still stands pretty like whole. There are not holes in the thick walls, you realize, like very thick, sturdy walls. But you think that there might be an entry point through a roof.
Okay, well, I will... Would there be possibly a way to get out from inside the building, besides the same way we go in?
There might be. A lot of the buildings, especially because this like factory lab area was pretty densely packed, so it might be safe assumption to think that a lot of the buildings had like emergency exit tunnels coming from the basement. Or who knows, maybe you are lucky and you will find intact explosives to blow up wall, if you find like a weak spot.
No, I will walk over to the mule, and I hopefully didn't take the ropes off, because I figured I'd probably need them again anyways. Attach my grappling hook to him, go over and grab Martha, go back over to the mule, and pull us all up.
Okay, I am pretty sure that all of you do not weigh metric ton. So, yeah, it takes a minute or two, but you safely arrive at the rooftop, which has some damage. In some places there are like obvious holes, but for majority of it, it looks pretty sturdy.
I look for a rooftop access.
And you find it.
Yay! Because I'd rather not go down a hole and more go downstairs.
Yeah, like maybe if you're like passing near the hole, obviously you do not feel it that properly because vac suit, but like sensors and arrays pick up like noticeable rise in temperature. Apparently it's hotter around this, or like on the rooftop on this building.
Interesting.
But yeah, obviously there was no logo on the outside.
It's like, well, let's go see what this one does.
Yes, sir. Right, like, yes. Let's. And actually, like, idly wondering, well, no windows, no logo. I wonder if this was a military building.
Did the rooftop access have a security lock on it?
Yeah, as you approach it, although the lock doesn't pose much of a threat, because obviously that place doesn't have power for quite some time. But before it went off, obviously the rooftop access wasn't opened. So when you try to like pry open the door, it like doesn't really give at the first glance.
I will see if I can like plug my PDA into the like terminal
So like
little thing.
give like power from you
Yeah.
to like kickstart it for a moment and then hack it. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And so then there is my security. Wow. 7.
Okay, I'm gonna say that it will be good enough, but with 7 you would have to pay a cost of one Type A battery.
Okay.
If you want, you could like decide that you get better result, because like with 10 or 12 I would say that you get it so quickly that the Type A power cell doesn't run out.
Oh, my other plan was to just shoot the fucking lock, so. Which technically would use less of a power cell.
Yeah, because one power cell for a gun, for your gun, is like 6 shots.
So, like, I guess then after I figured that it would take too long and use too much power, I'd just stop and pull out my plasma projector and shoot the lock.
Okay, just for the because were asking us on Rise of the Rules to attack things, that yeah, give me an attack roll, and the lock has AC 9. And I'm even gonna give you like additional +1 from point blank range. That's nice. And also, when I'm playing on another campaign, I realized that if the macro breaks, then it means you also succeeded, but you got like literally the required number. For some reason, like for example, if your evasion save is 12, and if you roll a 12, the macro will break, because yeah, for some reason when you are getting draws, it breaks.
Interesting.
And I didn't know that, but
anyways, yeah, the reason I have you guys do attack rolls is because technically objects have
yes, I know,
ACs too.
I know.
Because it's literally like the first 10 is, do you just like flat out miss the damn thing?
Yep, I understand. I'm saying no thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like sizzling sound and plasma shot burns through security lock, and the doors give away.
Then I almost go like a my lady kind of thing, then like, I should probably still go first, so then I stop and walk
Yeah,
in.
lead the way in case the floor is unstable or something.
Yep. So then I start heading down the stairs.
Yeah, obviously in some areas the floor is cracked, there are like small bits and pieces. Basically like interior looks like a hurricane went through it. Like PDs lying around, furniture partially destroyed also, like in all freaking directions. Lights offline, like some of them hanging, some of them completely destroyed. So yeah, this place doesn't look pretty well. And in this case, are you also looking for hints what kind of place it was?
So that would be my perception.
Yep.
Perception.
Oh yeah. You figured out also looking through how the rooms are connected, corridors, how many security locks are there, that yeah, this definitely was a military installation. Specifically, it was a military grade forge.
Fun.
And yeah, as you like went down to that floor from the roof, there is like sensors pick up that there is like obvious another like rise in temperature.
Well, this one probably melts things. So, probably don't want to touch it with your vac suit.
If you are right, then yes, definitely. Although we'll kinda will need to figure out a way to transport it. Because if it cannot shift temperatures beyond normal spectrum, then it would also be very scientifically profitable.
That's your job, though, so... Shall we?
Of course. By the way, like this does Jamison, because like Forge also indicates that they might have been doing some sort of military research in this place.
Ooh.
So does Jamison tries to find mostly intact terminal and do the same trick as with security lock. Obviously, no matter the role, it will eat a lot of power from your parcels. Or you could try to find, if it survived in the basement, emergency generator.
I'll look for an emergency generator. And while I'm at it, see if I can find an armory, because if it's a forge, they might have decided to make things with it.
Okay, give me a luck save.
Luck! That is a very good luck save.
Lucky son of a gun. Actually, you find a forge, you find an armory. Although, for a majority of the things, it's less an armory, more like, kinda like armory, but you see a lot of the gun parts. Basically, this look like partially assembly area. So you see like bits and pieces of guns. And fuck, do I want to give you that gun? Give me a moment.
If you're questioning it, then probably not.
Not really question, and of course, apart from weapons, they're like bits and pieces from. Give me a moment. Well, okay, I'm gonna be very nice DM, and I know what I'm gonna give it, but
Okay.
to figure out what it is, you will probably require some sort of check. Because you basically, at the first glance, you see a relatively gun of simple appearance. It looks like a standard heavy machine gun, and with a bipod, you're pretty sure that without bipod he would not be able to fire effectively. And yeah, then how do you want to figure out what it is?
9 post tech?
And what it does. Okay, we can add that. Just look around more, and like luck has it, because you're at fucking 19. Luck has it that you stumble upon like chunks of data, like that do not like for some reason maybe you even such lucky that Sometimes, like mostly data skips on like PDAs and whatnot. They don't use paper, but in some cases they do. It's rare occasion, but sometimes they do. So yeah, basically what you found is called automatic matter forge. Basically, it's like heavy machine gun, but AMF can fire standard ammunition. A feed hopper, but a feed hopper on a weapon that you find can receive any solid or liquid matter and transmute it into useful ammunition via its integral nanite matter forges. A kilogram of feedstock can be converted into 2 rounds of ammunition and a torrent of excess exhaust nitrogen.
That sounds like fun. If I can find it on this list.
It's Relics of the Lost.
I don't have it.
Basically, what happens is that if there's a crew member who does nothing but feed the hopper, can keep the firing indefinitely without danger of jamming or overheating, but the shells created by the gun are too fragile to last long outside the weapon, but so long as the operator has mass that can fit into the half-meter wide hopper, they will not run out of ammunition.
Fun.
Basically, you found one of the relics of the lost guns that were actually pre-silenced, which brings up another interesting question: how the fuck did military had that in the first place? But yeah. And I'm even gonna say, to not be so sweet, like it mostly works, but you cannot use it immediately. You will require some tinkering in a free time to make sure that it's up to like combat effective. So yeah, apart from that,
So in other words, it's saying it makes its own ammo, but you can't use that ammo to fuel other things.
yeah, it does.
Okay, cool.
Although it would be kinda interesting if it turns out that you can like pour magma into it and then you fire molten bullets, which still they would deal the same amount of damage because damage is based on weapon, not ammunition, but
mass that can fit in. See if it can run off of air.
yeah, it's 3d6, max range 2000 meters, 20 bullets in magazine. You need it's dex based, but you need a gunnery skill, which currently you have at -1. Tech level 3 and encumbrance 3.
Alright.
Yep. So you find some bits and pieces of like maybe projects that they were going into. They were like researching some sort of guns and ammo, but they were like bits and pieces, so nobody will be willing to buy it for proper price. But obviously they were doing some fun, important stuff.
Alright, so I'll go back into the... Like, happily I'll walk back into the room that has the rock or whatever.
Yeah, it's that, like almost
over.
At the basement level, and basically you figured out that it's your guess, it's radiating heat. It looks like almost like pure pure solid magma. I know it's concentration, but yeah, it looks like magma, but it's solid and it radiates a lot of heat. And you figured out mostly by Mafia mumbling technobabble that maybe the rock just incorporated all of the forge elements that were here, because like magma is used in forges or something.
Did she follow me while I was getting this gun, or was she just came
Not
down here
really.
first?
Maybe she asked
Alright.
like, well, I hope I'm gonna be safe, so I'm gonna meet you at the basement. Unless you said to her that, wait until I...
Nah, I expected it to go there, so.
Yeah, and as you like approach, she's like tinkering with her sensors and scanners. And... fuck, now I need to figure it out. Was the, like, usual